I'd like to tell you about two massive things that are going on in the world and in your life today. Two more massive things than you've probably ever contemplated could happen in your world, in your life. And I believe that this year you're going to be making a choice between the two. Which of these two you're going to allow to impact on your life. If you don't make a choice, then by default you're going to be making a choice for one of them. So what I'd like to do is to explain what these choices are so that you've got some more information to go on. The first of these two things is that there are people, agencies, institutions in the world that are reaching a point of completion of a very long-running plan, and I'm talking about centuries. A very long-running plan to basically take over the world, to grab all the power, a very large proportion of the wealth, and to essentially enslave humanity. You'll be aware to some degree that I'm talking about people like the banks, about governments, and also the major institutions like the military, academia, religions, and so on. And this is a plan that is motivated from an aspect of human nature which I'll describe as greed, which inevitably has its expressions in the world, and there will always be people who will support that energy of greed, that aspect of human nature, and probably will always grab the power and the wealth and the control. We're talking about lower consciousness, lower vibration, lower frequency, but we don't have to go along with their plan. And so there's a choice. There's a choice not to. Now that choice comes to the second massive thing that's going on, which is that this year, 2012, and around this year, but especially 2012, there are energies coming onto the planet which will enable us to rise in consciousness, rise in vibration, in frequency. And they come at a particular time which has been anticipated in many different cultures for a very long time. But it's something that we need to align ourselves with, to open ourselves to, if we're going to have the advantage of the increase in consciousness that's being offered. Now if we do that, if we take advantage of this opportunity to raise our consciousness, then we raise ourselves out of the influence of this lower consciousness plan. And cease to be affected by it. If we open our hearts, this is the most readily accessible means for people to take advantage of the higher vibrations. The heart represents a higher level of energy than the level of greed, materialism, and control and power that the institutions are currently displaying. And when the energy comes later on this year, we can either align ourselves with the lower or with the higher. Some of us will take the low road, some will take the high road. And it's a choice. Personally, I'd rather take the high road. And the reason why I'm making this video is that I feel there are many people in the world who would take the high road if they realized that there is a choice to be made. Now is the time to make that choice, and what the implications of either of the choices are. There are many ways in which we can raise our vibrations, and I'll go into this separately if you'd like to follow the links below this video. But essentially, the main one is, if we open our hearts, then we automatically rise to a higher vibration, and we will be outside the range of those lower entities who are running the governments and the banks and the religions and all the major institutions.